Alright, now for our next story, let's transport you to the most beautiful place on this planet. You know, there's a very famous saying, and I'm going to attempt it, hoping I'm not getting it wrong. Agar firdaus baroi zamiyast hamiyasto hamiyasto. If there is paradise on earth, it is here, it is here, it is here. Now, you get the drift of what I'm getting at, right? Let's play some pictures, and apologies for getting it wrong if I have already. Now, these are some of the visuals that have come to us from Kashmir. Let's take you there, where it finally snowed. After a worrying dry spell, North India received season's first snowfall post 28th of January, which is a relief after the entire December and January was exceptionally dry. January snowfall was lowest for North India in over 100 years. All this has been linked to climate change, and data also suggests that 2023 ended as the second warmest year on the record for India. This has led to a lot of worries for our rivers, for agriculture. But let's, for the moment, cut across to my colleague Ieshan Wani joining us. All right. So Ieshan, I'm told, ended up capturing a bit of that snowfall, and this is what he saw. All right, some last minute connectivity issues, but we do have Ieshan now. Hi, morning Ieshan. Wow, look at you all dressed up for the snow, and would you say finally, after a dry December, a dry January, snow is finally there?
Well, absolutely right. You know, it has been a long wait this winter. It took a while for people to enjoy this mesmerizing view, because this comes just once or twice in the Srinagar city, and rest of Kashmir you might expect some snow even after January or February. People were worried that why hasn't snow been there, because it is very harmful for the agriculture activities, for the climate at large, and then the water reserves. You know, I went to the line of control to do a story, and even the army there was struggling with the water sources that were drying up through time, because the water and the glaciers form an integral part of providing that essential water supply in Kashmir Valley, which supports every activity. Now, snow is not just about all these things. It also attracts tourists at large. Right now, I'm behind me. You can see that some snow is still on the ground. Not what people would expect be on the ground, but yes, this is something which people are happily enjoying and cheering up, because this will bring that sigh of relief, and also the tourists on the ground to enjoy this winter season. There were Khelo India games which are going to happen in Gulmarg. Those were delayed just because there was no snow on the ground. And now it is slowly starting to get its snow, and the much awaited Khelo India winter sports will also take place in Gulmarg at the end of February. But what is also interesting is that there are concerns about the global warming, the El Nino effect, and also about how the glaciers had slowly starting to melt and were changing their shape because of the growing temperatures. But nonetheless, people are enjoying and staying in their homes. And preferably, I'll show you the road today morning. All of us are out there. But yes, people are still in their homes, and not a lot of people have come out. This is the Dal Lake, where you will see a lot of hustle and bustle. But because of the cold winter conditions that prevail, because IMD says that from today evening, there is going to be more colder evenings and sunnier mornings, and then the snow might also freeze, which is good sign for those people living in upper areas. And there are avalanche warnings have already been issued. But yes, something to cheer about finally after a long wait for almost 2 months. In December, it was dry. In January, it was dry. And finally, in the month of February, some snow on the ground.
All right, some snow there on the ground finally. Thanks so much, Ieshan, for joining us. But perhaps we need to do a little more deep dive into this story, understand what exactly were the causes and what does this mean overall for how winter patterns are changing in the country. Is that a sign of worry? Is that a story that we really need to keep a track on? And that's something perhaps we'll pick up for tomorrow's episode. So stay tuned if you want to know more about that. But for the moment, let's take a pause and let's go to the very next segment.